What's going on, people? It's the Manic Money Finance channel. I'm Crypto Corey. What's going on? I know there's some crazy stuff. People are panicking, but not us, right? Not on this channel. We know what's coming next, right? So if you just tuning in, right? Money Mike couldn't be with us tonight. He's working late, but we're taking over the show once again because I'm not gonna leave y'all hanging, right? Let me make sure we're getting the audio right. The technical difficulties yesterday. My goodness. That was pretty frustrating, wasn't it? So yeah, if you're just watching this video later on, you can skip in later in the video, get past this part because I'm just sending this out to some of my friends and some of the people, my students that they're looking to jump in on the live. So we got to bring them in, right? We got to make sure audio is good. Audio is good. So let me get this live going here. We're just gearing up, right? We're gonna make sure everybody's got everything all in order here. So just bear with me for a second. All right. So amazing stuff. Right? We called, what was it, 2 lives ago? We talked about Morph AI, and I bought right on stream with you guys. I literally bought on stream, and I showed you guys when I bought Morph AI. And if you watched what I did, and if you learned something from that, well, God bless you, because from that trade, I'm already up 30%, right? And I'm looking forward to continue going. So Morph AI doing some amazing stuff, right? We jump in on these coins and we find the bottoms, right? So that was such a good entry. I'm actually very proud of myself for that entry. I'm impressed. So let's talk about it. Like, what happened? Why did I want to enter there? Well, we talked about it on the stream, remember? Because we blindly bought the 786 retracement. I think it was on the daily. I can't remember the exact time frame, but it was a big time frame for sure. I think it was the daily. So if my memory serves correct, right? We saw that price had made an impulse, right? What's an impulse? Moved up really quickly, and then it consolidated into a bull flag, right? It then proceeded to break out of the bull flag, right? And then retraced to the 786, the dealer's range, and then magnificent bounce right there. So beautiful stuff. Why don't we bring up the chart so I can show you, huh? I mean, it'd be smart for me to do that. Let's bring it up. So hope everybody's doing good. We made it. It's Friday. We made it to the weekend. Let's get this going here. Oh, I was gonna, you know what? I'm gonna bring it up on Coin Market Cap. That's what I was gonna do, because that's where I can't seem to find the chart in TradingView very easily. So we're just gonna use the chart on Coin Market Cap. Very powerful tool, right? Make sure you're using Coin Market Cap because, oh my goodness, it's gonna help you. Help you big time. So let me show you the screen. I'm gonna show you right here. Let me pull this down and then get this over here. Right, get it into this window, and then make sure I bring you guys up. Looking for you guys. Where are you at? Oh, you're up here. All right, let me bring you into the charts. Let's show you guys some Morph AI. Right, we bought this coin on stream. Right, and I told you why I bought the coin. Basically, what I did was I blindly bought the 786. And the more time you spend here, and the more time you put into the charts, and the more time you demo trade, and the more time you start studying these things, oh my goodness, right? Things are going to start changing. Big in your life, right? Because learning this stuff, let's be honest, right? Unlike anything else, learning this stuff has the potential to change your life and everybody's life around you, right? That's why we're learning. So, isn't that beautiful? So, like I said, let's get this out of the way so you can see it clearly. See, now if you pulled from this low, right, which would most common most people would have pulled from this low, right? It's what the books teach, it's what they teach online. It's honestly a retail mindset, right? It's really not a good thing. So watch what happens when I pull the fib from the exact low. Boom. 786. Sorry about I thought I meant to say, yeah, well, so it did retrace. So what I did excuse me, because I'm cut off caught off guard here because this coin's moving very clean. So when I bought, I was pulling from this low, right? Let's mark it up. I was pulling from this low at the time, and I saw a bounce here, and I bought, and it did retrace a little bit more. I'm surprised because sometimes you have to pull from the second low. A lot of people don't know that. So you just got a piece of information right there. Put it in your notes. I hope you brought your notebook and pen today for class, right? But sometimes you need to pull from the second low rather than the lowest low. But, anyways, in this case, look how clean this moved. So we pull from that exact low and it didn't hit exactly, right? Because nothing is perfect in trading. And we pull from the low from the to the high. And look how clean that is. Hits the 786 and we get a very strong response. Such a strong response that we have a market structure shift currently right now. So we had this downtrend, right? Notice how we were hitting this area and bouncing off and continuing down. We're in this consolidation pattern right here. Now you can clearly notice that we've broken out of this pattern, right? Even if you were to try to like pull it up to here, right? It doesn't work anymore, right? Because now we're not even in the pattern. So clearly we have bullishly broken out of this flag. This is huge, folks, right? Because I continue to just go over this every single day. That's why you tune in. That's why you subscribe. That's why I like the channel, because we show you stuff that no other crypto YouTuber is showing you. There's a couple. Shout out to Crypto Lifer. He's my mentor. Shout out to ICT and shout out to Master Friend. God bless those people. They changed my life, right? And I want to help do the same to you. I want to bring this information to you because I would love to help you guys. I would love for you guys to watch my experience and then be able to learn from it, right? Because this is not financial advice. Nothing on this channel is financial advice. So you saw me buy Morph AI on stream the other night, and we're up big. We're up like 30% right now. I'm happy about that. Where's our next target, right? So pretty simple. Let's go back here. Accidentally clicked on the wrong thing. Excuse me, folks. So yeah, we lost our little pattern there. So we clearly broke above that that trend line. And I love how clean this is moving. This is looking very promising, I have to say. So you can see it too, right? We have a flag here. It's a bull flag. Can consolidate sideways, right? Can do this. Looking for a breakout move, right? Target would be 16.95, so like almost 17 cents there from where it's at. So it's almost pretty much at 12 cents. So now let's pull the fib from the flag as well. Oops, that's our long position. Let's pull fib. I know we're jumping into altcoins first. This is unusual, isn't it? So look at where that 786 is, right? We could come back down, touch the 786, and then continue. And that would be like a bullish retest. That would still be healthy, right? So Morph AI on my radar. It's looking amazing, right? I'm holding on to it, right? I could sell my position, but this is looking pretty promising right now. So Morph AI, check it out. Let's get back to it, right? So last couple days, they've been tough. I want you guys to understand that in crypto or even just trading in general, right? To be successful is to be able to identify days, say like yesterday or the day before, right? And just know, right? If you're not going to short the bull market, because I don't like shorting the bull market. I'll do it a little bit, but when I see price moving like this, I just step away and I take a day off, right? Isn't that why we're becoming traders? Is to, give more time to ourselves. So why don't we do it, right? So I stepped away. I didn't even look at the charts. I didn't want to engage with it because I've shown you I've shown you the economical data that's been coming out this week, and it's just all over the place, right? So we don't want trade on especially weeks like this. Plus, it's the end of the year, right? We're coming up to the end of the month as well, right? And first of the month is, and right, we talk about it all the time. Yeah, I gotta make sure I keep it. I gotta monitor the chat. Make sure I'm not leaving you guys out here. So, all right. Just have a couple messages coming in, so excuse me about that. Make sure you guys are in the loop, and I'm making sure you guys get as much information as you possibly can, right? That's why we're doing the live stream every single day. We don't take any days off, right? So, want to keep you guys in the loop. Since I guess we're going over altcoins first, why don't we go over some more altcoins? What have I been going into lately? So, a good friend of mine, part of our drop zone, Jesse, is skydiver like me, brought to my attention once again Pulse Network, the Hex, everything. My goodness, folks, there's a big opportunity here. I'm telling you. And the learning curve for crypto and buying these cryptos, it's going to deter most of the normies away. Not even just the normies, most people that even say they're into crypto, as soon as they sign into a DEX and have to look up a contract address, they completely just, I'm not going to do this. I don't want to, it's too technical. I don't want to do that with my money. Well, folks, I got to tell you, you got to learn, right? It's not as easy, say, as going into Coinbase and just putting some money from your bank account and buying, say, whatever crypto is on Coinbase. It's not that easy, right? So you're gonna have to learn some Web3. That's the bottom line. I'm getting behind this. So there's a big opportunity with Pulse Hex, Pulse X, which is their exchange, right? Because just like Uniswap, just like Sunday Swap on Cardano, just like Spooky Swap, which I think is on Solana, if I'm not mistaken, right? We have a bunch of different DEXs. What is a DEX? It's basically how we can swap cryptos on a decentralized platform, right? So Pulse X is the Uniswap, right? For the Pulse Hex network, right? Huge opportunity. Imagine, right? Imagine you bought Uniswap when it first came out and nobody knew what its potential was. This is the potential of Pulse X, right? It's like being able to buy Uniswap before Uniswap became such a huge thing on Ethereum. Not even not even just that, folks. I gotta say, Pulse is it's in its infancy here, right? So it's so new that it doesn't even have a stable coin for its network, right? Just like Tether is the stable coin for Ethereum, right? What's a stable coin? It's basically like a dollar. It's pegged to the US dollar. So it's not supposed to move, right? It's not supposed to drop or increase in price. It's supposed to stay at $1 and not change. I mean, it does change, right? Because there are issues. And as we saw, even Tether, the last bear market, depegged, and a lot of people were freaking out. So the whole Terra Luna UST, not USDT, but UST. But don't get confused because USDT Tether did get depegged last bear market. So, right, depegging means it's no longer a dollar. So, what am I getting at here about stable coins, right? Pulse needs a stable coin for its network. And as soon as it gets a stable coin, think about the amount of money, think about the amount of liquidity that will start flowing into this network because now we can swap coins on the Pulse network and be able to go to a stable coin and be able to trade. This is huge. This is going to unlock it's going to, once this happens, right? This is game changer, right? Because now people can trade on the network. And once that happens, oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. So currently, PDAI or Pulse, a DAI on the Pulse network there, which from what I'm hearing and the news, and this is pure speculation. We don't like speculation on this channel, so I just want to get that out there. But I'm hearing that they're going to peg this coin, right? And it's currently like a tenth of a cent. Let's pull it up, right? I want to make sure I get this right. I want to make sure I get you guys the right information. Took me a while to find home. Gotta make sure I get this right address. Bear with me, folks. I don't want you guys to get the wrong information here. I'm gonna get the correct address for you. So there's a lot of different addresses, and you can get confused, and you'll buy the wrong coin if you don't buy with the right contract address. I'm going to put the contract address in the chat right now so that you guys can have it, right? We'll make sure you guys get this, and I'm not going to leave you hanging. Just got to make sure I find the right window here. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to put the contract address in the chat right now. And then we're going to go to CoinMarketCap. So let me bring this up. I want to be able to have you guys see my screen. Right? because this is important. Hope everybody's excited for the holiday week coming up, right? All right. So now you're seeing coin market cap, and I just paste the address into the chat so you guys have it too. So I'm gonna paste the address into the search for coin market cap, and this is gonna bring up the coin that we're looking for. Notice how it brings us to DAI, and it's pegged to basically $1, right? This is not what we're looking for. We're gonna go down in the search and we're gonna click see all results. And you see there's 50 results there, right? So DAI is a stable coin and it's on Ethereum. So we're looking for DAI to be pegged to $1 on the Pulse network. So now if you notice, there's a couple different Pulse PDAI networks, right? You got to make sure you select the right one, right? So notice how these two market caps are the same, right? $421 million market cap. Come down to here. It's not the same thing I was saying, but we're looking for this one. See how Pulse and on Pulse X, you see the two different icons there? We're going to select this one, right? Because this is Pulse on this is DAI on Pulse network, right? Now let's see. Look at this red candles. We love to see red candles because why is this big opportunity for us, right? Excuse me, my cat was just playing around. I don't want to make too much noise and it probably annoy you guys. So look at this daily chart, right? It's looking like a flag, right? Let's pull our fib from the low to the high. So right now we are in a discount. We just passed the 50% discount, right? So I grabbed some Pulse today, right? And this could retrace all the way to the 786, right? And I would still be healthy. But as you can see, this is the so-called stable coin for the Pulse network, and it's only 1 cent right now, almost 2 cents, right? If this goes to $1, oh my goodness, folks. Now that sounds like it's a pipe dream, right? But this is crypto, right? And some crazy some crazy stuff happens, right? I'm not one to go over a lot of the news, right? But from what I've heard is that Richard Hart, who's really the guy behind all this, behind Hex, right? You need to go look at him up. But I don't want to get too much in the news because I'm a charts guy, but right. Richard Hart basically voted yes to pegging this coin to $1, using the funds from. I think there's a pool of liquidity is out there. I don't want to just go into I'm pulling this out of my brain, right? It's been a while since I've seen it, and I've heard from another couple individuals about this, but basically what you need to know is that Pulse is going to have a stable coin, right? And the stable coin is going to be DAI, right? So even you just put a couple $100 in from right now, oh my goodness, right? If it gets pegged to $1, this is how fortunes are made in the crypto space, folks. So I know it sounds crazy, but I mean, we've talked about some crazy stuff on this channel, and So far, most of it's come true. Cheers to that. So, why don't we jump into Bitcoin, right? Usually I start off with Bitcoin. But why don't I jump into Bitcoin and we give you an update as to what's going on, what's happening? Because really, Bitcoin drives the markets, right? Because Bitcoin's pumping, most likely your coin's pumping as well. So let's jump into the charts. I'm going to show you. Let's get you an update for Bitcoin right here, huh? So, all right, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. I posted on my Facebook this morning how I was long, and I took my profits basically. It was like 10:30, 11 Eastern Standard Time, somewhere around there, right? And I was happy with that. So yeah, that was basically I sold the top of that flag, and we just been going sideways ever since. All right, dipped down, took some stop losses, and as you can see, I want you guys to look at this. Let's delete all the drawings so you can take a good look at what Bitcoin is looking like right here. Right off the bat, what do we see, right? We're in the 15-minute time frame, by the way. Right off the bat, what do we see? That's right, folks. Good job. I knew you would see. You bring in the notepad and you're taking notes every single day. I'm impressed. That's why you were able to answer that question. That's correct, right? It's an inverse head and shoulders, a complex inverse head and shoulders, and of that as well, right? See it? What is an inverted head and shoulders? Really, it's you see the bull flag here. The bull flag is the head in the right shoulder, right? And the way this pattern would be invalidated is that if this low were to be taken, right? So the way to play the inverse head and shoulders is to be able to put stop loss below the head or the spike that went low, the really dirty move that took the stop losses, right? So we're going to put our stop loss below that big spike, right? Pull our fib. This is going to give us an idea, right? Say if price were to break below the bull flag, where would we expect to buy or even add to a position, right? Because we can do that as well. Well, that would be the 786. Well, that would be the 618, right? This is known as the dealer's range, right? And you can change the settings. So if you pull your fib and you double click on it, right, in TradingView, now you have this window right here. You can click on this, right? And I can put in the 0.886. This is another key level that most institutions will drive prices to. So 886 is down there, right? You can change the colors of these as well, right? I'd like to keep them gold because we call this the golden pocket, right? As soon as we pass the white line, which is a 618, we're in a discount, right? We are looking for a discount. That's where we enter. We don't buy the green candles because buying green candles, it's just going to open you up to much more risk. And most likely, if you're buying green or red candles, you're a breakout trader and the markets love to eat you guys alive. Trust me, I know. I've been through it. It's all right. That's why you're here, right? You're here to learn the stuff so you stop getting wrecked. So, complex head and shoulders, right? Look in this right now. So, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful move. Let's get these drawings off so you see what I'm talking about. So right, the 15 minutes still below the 200 moving average, right? So this is technically until the 15-minute breaks above the 200, this pattern has not broken out just yet. So this is actually a move that's in play right now. All right. Let's go in. I'm going to show you because usually what we do, right? The way to analyze price is to start from a large time frame. That's why we talk about the monthly so much. But you only need to go through the monthly, right? You should be going through the monthly at least a couple times a week, but you don't need to go through the monthly every single day, right? So let's bring up the monthly, right? Because the monthly is very important. You should be spending more time in these larger time frames, right? And the monthly, it's coming down, right? Still, right? We're still closing above the open, and currently, right now, this is starting to look like a compression candle, right? Usually, compression is followed by expansion, right? That's not to say that we're going to actually pump next month, but there's a possibility. So the monthly still looking beautiful, right? I don't want to see us uh, turn this into a bearish candle, or that's going to be our first sign of a pullback. So I also want to bring this up, right? Look how far price is away from the 21 on the monthly, right? Let's see and just pull a line from where price is to the monthly. Last time it was here, we pulled back. So I want to be like doom and gloom here, but we just had a massive run up, folks, right? And I've been saying on this channel like 114,000 dollar Bitcoin would be my top call, right? Maybe 123, somewhere around there, but I'm saying we're pretty close to the top here, folks. There's a lot of people out there that are saying, "Oh, this cycle's different, this and that." Well, I hear that all the time. I hear every single time. This time is different. It's probably going to do a double cycle. This and that. Blah 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 blah. Well, you know what? I fell for that in this bull run. I'm not going to fall for that again. So I'm going to pay myself because a lot of the coins I already paid myself, right? I was up 400%. I was happy with that, right? I'm not going to get super greedy. And yeah, some of them coins continued to run, but the important thing is I paid myself. And you know how many people in this space don't do that? So I know for a fact at the end of the day, I'm making money. I'm going to use that money to do what I want to do in my life. And in this instance, that's skydiving. I just bought basically a whole skydiving rig with all the money that I've made from crypto. It's a beautiful thing. I love it. I can do whatever I want to do at any point in my life because of this. That's how powerful this is. I don't want to be bragging. It's not meant to be bragging. So I don't want to sound pompous or whatever, but I want you guys to understand that if you dedicate yourself to something, especially something like this, it's life changing. At least that's what I've experienced, right? And anybody can do it, right? This opportunity is right in front of everyone. It just really depends on how much do you want it. So, monthly, right? It's kind of far away from that 21 moving average. Something to keep in your mind, right? Let's drop down into the daily. So the daily has lost to 21. You see that? It's lost to 21. Where would we be looking for a pullback? Let's pull from the low to the high. 786. It'd be a $75,000 Bitcoin. And the 618 would be an $83,000 Bitcoin. Isn't that interesting, folks? Huh? You remember what we were talking about? The 618 is right at $83,000. Why is that significant? Well, let's look. Now I showed you guys how to identify and outline a fair value gap, right? How do we do this? What is a fair value gap? Right? We go over this a lot, but what is a fair value gap? A fair value gap is an inefficiency in price where price is moving so fast that it created an inefficiency. Let's show you guys how to identify that inefficiency in price. And inefficiencies can manifest themselves in multiple different ways, right? This is only one example that I'm showing you. And in this example, it's called a fair value gap. Now, there's also volume imbalances, and there's a number of other things, but let's stick to just the fair value gap right now. I want you guys to be able to identify it, and I want you to be able to see it on the larger time frames. It works on all the time frames, right? But the larger time frames are more likely to play out, right? So, like I say, in practically every stream, what does price do? It creates inefficiencies, it moves up, and then it goes to either retrace and fill those inefficiencies and then continues into continuation, right? Simple. What's a fair value gap? When I see price make a big candle right here, notice how the previous candle has a wick. This wick where it moved up and then traded back down for the close. The top of this wick would be the low or the discount of the fair value gap, right? It would be the bottom of this fair value gap. That's this wick right here. You see it? We take the bottom of our rectangle and we pin it to that top wick. So notice how my rectangle has a midway point. You can double click on the rectangle right here and add a midline, right? You just take this on and take it off, right? You can put that in there. I want you guys, everybody's watching and taking notes. If you're going to be using the fair value gap, right, you're going to be using the midline, right? You're going to be using that midway point. Also, you'll hear me refer to this yellow line or the midway point of the fair value gap as consequent encroachment. Right? This is just another term we can use, right? It's just a fancy way of saying the fair value gap is being filled. So we look for the fair value gap, midway point would be our entry, right? This is typically where we would play a fair value gap. Stop below this low right here, right? So let's look at that monthly fair value gap. I'm going to put a horizontal line. Isn't that interesting, folks? $82,000, 120. So close to $83,000, right? Let's go back to our monthly, right? We want to, if we're bullish, right? we can still see this fair value gap get filled. That is not out of the question, right? We could even see it retrace down to $70,000 Bitcoin, upper 70s, not 70 low, but upper 70s. Then this would still be within bullish territory. I know that sounds ridiculous, but that's why you're watching the channel. Is we work off of technicals, we work off of the charts. We don't play off of news, and we don't play off of simple guesswork, right? I got somebody messaging me. It's probably Mark, but he should be jumping in on the stream if he'd want to talk. But yeah, we look for price to fill inefficiencies. That's basically what we're doing. It's pretty fascinating once you see it. That's why I want to show you guys. Like, I want to show you guys like how accurate some of the stuff is. It's absolutely mind blowing, right? So I got a message here from Mark, which is one of good friends, one of my students as well. He's asking, how likely do you think that Bitcoin will drop back towards $92,000 area in the next 24 hours or so? Well, 24 hours, I don't see that. I see more of a short-term bounce, right? But we just went over inefficiencies in price, right? $83,000 Bitcoin is a possibility, right? Right. That's what we want to talk about. Like, we don't want to make, we're not going to just blow smoke up you guys' butt, right? We're not going to do any of that. But let's get this stream out to, I thought I gave it to Mark here, but he ain't getting it either way. So $83,000 Bitcoin is a possibility, right? I made money from a long today because, right, I was playing the long. And right when we went into the beginning of the stream, I've been showing you guys the complex inverted head and shoulders on the 15-minute, right? So there is that as well, right? You have to be watching out for. So this could, it could very well be that we have a move that takes out people who are trying to short sell, right? And we got to watch out for that, right? Because there's a possibility for it. Geez, guys, you ever tried to actually like message and use Messenger and talk to people while you're live streaming? Yeah, it's kind of difficult. Give me a second. I'm gonna step away. I'm gonna be right back. Gotta make sure dinner's not gonna get burned. All right. So Bitcoin, short term, 24 hours. I'm gonna say we're most likely gonna get a pump to the upside. the market's going to be going after everybody who is going to be short selling right now. It's That's just how it is, right? Like, um, I'm not saying it's definite either, right? Nothing I say right here is like absolutely definite, but more than likely, right, we're going to get a retracement to the upside to really punish the people who are going after the shorts right now, right? Just making sure anybody watching out there is there anybody? Just me, I guess. Right. So, yeah, I got Mark here asking me questions while I'm on stream. He's deciding to message me instead of actually jumping in the chat, which is a little disappointing. Come on, Mark. So, yeah, that's why we run the stream, is to be able to get you guys the information. And when you ask these questions on the stream, it's going to be helping everybody else that's watching in the future. I got to read through this real quick. Sorry about this, guys. I don't want to get distracted. Yeah. So, see, this is the thing. We play off of strategies, right? We're gonna buy the 786 like we did with Morph AI, right? That's say a strategy or a model, right? We're gonna blindly buy it when the candles are red, because we know that statistically speaking, when we do this, we are more likely to win than we are to lose, right? This is just the way it is, right? So we just buy the 786 blindly, right? And it's scary. Like, a good trade is scary. And if you're chasing after those the green candles or the red candles, right? I want to get you guys right here. Make sure you can see my face because this is important, right? So you guys understand how serious what I'm talking about is, right? So if you're just trading green or red candles, right? You're buying in on them. You're buying a bull flag, right? Blindly. You're in the 1 minute and you're stuck there. I got news for you. You're gonna lose your money, right? I talk about. Oh, you might as well strap a wagon to your bike and go ride down to your local city and stack up all your money on the back of that wagon and see how much money you got when you get to the other side of the city. So, folks, this is nothing like you have to do the exact opposite of everybody else that is, on mainstream media or social media or even some of your friends, right? A retail mindset will get you completely wrecked, right? If you're just trading patterns alone, even the moving averages, right? I want to be clear with this. It doesn't matter what strategy, like you saw this week, it doesn't matter. When the market wants to behave in the certain way that it does, it will behave in that way. And no strategy, nothing you can do, nothing that you can predict will give you a good result, right? It's most likely just going to act crazy. It's going to stop you out. Nobody's going to win, right? You have to be able to identify those days and be able to cut them off as soon as possible. As soon as you can identify when a day is being like that, you tell yourself, you know what? I'm not jumping back into that. I'm not going to engage with that price action. I can see it's completely dilapidated. Like, why would I put myself through that. It's not even worth it. What I'm looking for high probability setups where I can just be confident, open the trade, set my stop loss, take profit, close the app, turn my phone on silent and go rock climb or go to the park with the dog, or if you have kids, go to the park with the kids, like completely shut off from the charts and completely shut off all like mental anything like that is taking up your mental capacity. You need to completely shut that out if you want to be successful in this, right? That's the only way, because as soon as you start caring, or as soon as you start getting scared, the game's over, folks. And being able to identify those emotions is huge. We're talking another level. We're talking, I can teach you how to read a bull flag and show you how to measure the move. I'm sorry, folks, but a middle schooler, an elementary school kid, I can show them that. They can learn it like that, right? What is the difference? Exactly what I just talked about. What is the difference between somebody, say, like a retailer trader and a professional trader? Well, a professional trader can identify a high probability setup. And when he engages, or he or she engages with that setup, they are confident. And when they get their take profit, they close down the trade, they close their laptop, they're done for the day, and they go and enjoy their lives, right? They don't keep chasing, right? And if they get stopped out, right, they don't like, oh, I need to make that money back. I'm gonna switch my position. I'm gonna flip it short, or I'm gonna continue to chase this long and just go back in and just keep getting stopped out. Then all of a sudden, now you're down even more, right? This is how to be a successful trader, is being able to identify when I feel like, you know what, I'm not I'm not there. I can't, the game's already over. My mind is already panicking, right? I entered the trade and I'm so worried about getting stopped out. I can't stop looking at the charts, thinking that, oh, I'm going to be able to catch this before it hits my stop, and I'm going to close the trade and be able to mitigate my loss. Well, you know what happens when I do that? Close the trade and then it runs. And you're even more frustrated because you're like, you know what? If I had just let the trade hit my stop, I would have been profitable. But instead, I got scared, I got emotional, and I closed the trade too early. That's one of them. It's one of the demons, right? Write it in your journal. There's also the whole fact that if you get wrecked multiple times in a row, right, and you're thinking that, oh, this next trade's just going to be the exact same, and all of a sudden you start taking profits too soon. You start watching the charts. You get what my mentor calls the Care Bear stare, right? You've already lost a trade. You've lost the trade before you've even entered. How mind blowing is that? You've lost before you even started. And it all comes down to your mindset, right? If you don't have the proper mindset and you just disregard everything that I say, disregard everything you've been taught up to this point, and making a conscious effort of that. So there's a point where you know what you're doing, right? You're like, oh, and you can hear either what it's like. For me, it's Crypto Life or Master Friend. I hear Master Friend's voice in my head that says, you're already cooked. You're getting greedy. Your mental state's not even, you can't jump back into this trade, right? Because today, right, I I won in the beginning, right? I caught that long, right? And then I tried to play the bull flag and I got stopped out and ended up losing 20% of my gains. And that was frustrating to me. Even though I was still up 80% for the day, I that 20%, it just got me. I'm like, I need that 20%. I should have just held, I should not have tried the trade. I need to make this right. I need to, I cannot close a day with losing all my gains, right? And then boom, right? You get hit. But in this instance, I knew that was going to happen. And I already knew my mental state was I was in a panic mindset and I was already like, I want to get that money back. I'm just an idiot. I shouldn't have done that. I should. That's it, dude. You're done. Close it down. You're done for the day. That's it. You're done. You're cooked. So I stopped. I didn't trade. In the past, I would try to chase it, right? I would try to go and make up for that loss, even if it was $10, $20, right? Even though I was up for the day. And then in trying to chase the $10, $20 to get my gains back, I end up losing everything. And then the anger sets in, the frustration, the emotion, right? It gets even worse. I'm gonna get those gains back. I shouldn't even done that. I'm down $10. I need to get more. I gotta get back to at least give me back to where I'm up $10 today. And then boom, now you get hit for another 20, 30. And now you're down $40, $50. If you continue down that path, you're just gonna completely blow up your account. And it's incredible how your mind can just switch to this kamikaze. I don't care anymore. I'm going to do whatever it takes, even if I blow up my account. Now you start adding more onto your leverage. Now you take the stop loss off. Now you start making the dumbest moves you could possibly do. How do I know this? Guys, I did it myself. Guys and girls, I did it myself. I've done it. I know the feeling. I know what it feels like to want to just take a hand grenade to your portfolio. I've done it. And then in the end, you just feel horrible. And then the next day comes by and you think about it, you're like, wow, if I had just stopped, I would have had another chance. Even if I had lost 75% of my portfolio. If I had just waited to the next day, I would have made it all back. That's even more frustrating. I tell you, we are our own worst enemies in this game. I don't wish it on my worst enemy, to be honest with you. The stuff that I've gone through, I'm probably going to still have to go through because I'm still learning. I'm always going to be learning. But my goodness, like if you're hard on yourself, if you get frustrated, like if you have road rage, folks, I'm saying like trading is going to put you in check. It's going to highlight all your character defects and amplify them. And the only way to succeed is to turn around and look those character defects right in the face and say, I see you. You thought you were hiding before, but now I see you. And I don't like you anymore. I don't want you a part of me. I want you gone. That's what trading does. It's just even more, it's beyond making money, right? Because to be able to be successful, you have to change yourself first. And that is the most difficult, complex thing you'll ever have to do in your life. Take a good, hard look at yourself, be extremely honest, and say, did I really do the best I could? Did I really follow through my plan? Did I betray myself? Can I stick to my own word? Can I follow through with my promises? It's very can be disturbing too, because you think, yeah, I can fall. I'm gonna stick to my commitments. I'm very committed. I'm gonna stick. I I have. No, I'm gonna put all my effort into learning this, and then somehow, some way, you know the rules. You know what you're supposed to be doing, but somehow, some way, you mess it up. You can't get out of your own way. Why is that? You need to take a deep, deep look at yourself, because the problem is not in reading price. The problem's not learning technical analysis. The problem is not finding another indicator. You're the problem. It's you. It's your thoughts. It's the way you conduct yourself. And this might, transcend beyond trading, right? Look at the aspects in your life, your jobs, your relationship, your friends, you know, certain successes or failures you've had. It's all connected. And you need to figure that stuff out first before you even think about touching money, before you even think about touching something like this, before you even think about saying, you know what, Crypto Corey, he seems like he knows what he's doing. I'm going to just blindly follow him. Gonna get wrecked. You're gonna get wrecked. So let's look at Bitcoin, right? I was going off on a tangent there, but these are important things. This is like stuff I write in the journal. So this is why I'm doing it. I want to be able to put it out. I want to express it, put it into the world, because this is my trading journal right here. This is it. So Bitcoin, right? Complex head and shoulders, right? We can just demo trade this. Why don't we do it, right? We're going to just demo trade it. We'll put our stop loss below that low, and we'll simply play the flag of the complex head, inverse head and shoulders, right? Target from the flag would be, see it, 102,000. Let's see, 102,000. We'll put it at 500. Why don't we do that? Folks, I tell you every single time you come onto this channel, this is not financial advice, right? But I'm going to show you how I'm doing things. This is, like I said, this is a documentation of my financial journey, and you're blessed to be able to be on this journey, because most people pay thousands of dollars for this stuff. I mean, I know I have, right? But I'm going to give it to you for free. So, I mean, like and subscribe, please, right? You're going to learn a lot of stuff here. You don't have to go and buy a mentorship, right? So, like I said, we're going to enter this trade, stop below that head of the inverse head and shoulders. Let's take a measurement here. I've got to make sure. Now, this is not the most ideal entry. Why? Because this is basically a 1-to-1. Let's make sure. So, yeah, 5%. And this is, basically 5%. So, this is a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. How can I make this worthwhile, right? Well, I can bring this up to 10%, right? Targeting this high, which would be 12%. So now this would be a 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio. So we're looking for setups that are going to be paying us in the long run, right? What do I mean by 1-to-2? It means that I'm going to win 2 times the amount that I lose per trade. And when I talk about we look for 1-to-3, so we look that we want to win at least 3 times the amount that we're losing, because we are going to lose. You just have to be good at it. You have to get good at losing. What do I mean by get good at losing? Exactly what I've been talking about in this stream. Knowing when to shut it down, knowing when you're getting too emotional, knowing when you're not thinking the proper way, knowing when it's a good time to just cut the loss because it's going to go much, much lower. This is what I'm talking about when I'm saying becoming a good loser. It's the reason why hedge funds can only be right 30% of the time and still be profitable. How is that possible? Exactly, right? Risk management. So, yeah, I gotta almost done with dinner here, so I'm gonna have to get off. But I think we did some good time. All right, we had some good conversations. Let me look up what was it? TMAI? What? I think that was one of them. Let's look at it. There's a couple of altcoins I wanted to look over real quick with you guys. TMAI in a flag, right? Hit our target. Or no, I'm sorry. Breaking out of this flag, still we're getting this curve up. Target would be 0.019. Yeah, so like 0.019. That's like 1 cent, almost 2 cents. TMAI on the radar, making higher lows, right? Consolidating, beautiful, especially after the dump we saw with Bitcoin and all the other altcoins. This thing hasn't even flinched, right? So something to keep on your radar. TMAI. Let me bring up a couple more. I don't want, because you guys stuck around this long, so why don't I give you some of the coins that are being put out in my trading group by the professionals, right? I want to get you guys some good stuff here. We're just going to go through a list. So I hope you brought your notepad, right? So let's go into the altcoins. Boom, right? Altcoin time. This is why you stuck around. This is why you stuck around for this long. So let's bring up Sui. Let's look at that. Sui, another blockchain, another coin to be looking for, right? Something good. Sui, look at that big stop loss hunt, right? That looks like an 886 to me. Let's pull it and see it. So we're going to go from this low back here. See that wick? I'm going to pull from the high. See how this is what I talk about. So no, when I'm saying Bitcoin goes to the 786, notice how the altcoins go to the 886. So this is something you can put into your Fibonacci by double clicking on it, and you can highlight one of these colors and click in this. You can change this to whatever. So 0.886 is how you bring that up. We already have one, so we don't need to turn that on. So this is how you pull up different deviations in your Fibonacci sequence. Huge information right there, but isn't that beautiful, right? We hit the 886 and had a nice bounce for Sui. What am I looking at? Well, I'm looking at a reversal here, and that is a flag. You see it too. I know you guys see it because you've been sticking around on this channel for a while. So you can see that bull flag, right? Where is the target for that bull flag for Sui? Insane stuff, right? Target for the flag would be $5.56 for Sui. We'll outline this I'm going to put that stop below the 200, right? And then we'll bring our take profit up to here. Well, it's supposed to be dragged down to here, and we'll bring our stop loss below 200. Right now, that is a little bit more. You know, this would be almost a 1 to 5, but really your 1 to 3 would be right here, and that's a safe play. So you're actually front running your exit before the take profit, and that's still a solid 1 to 3, right? And if you know how to frame these and you know how to do this, it doesn't matter what price does after, because we're just getting our 1 to 3. We're in and out, right? SUI, I see a move for 18%, or you know what? The target move would be 24%. That's for SUI. I can do a couple more before I sign off, because I got to finish off dinner here. I'm making chili burgers, green chili, hatch chili from the New Mexico. Oh my goodness, folks! I am so lucky to be in the American Southwest, I tell you. So, oh, yeah, this one just came up, literally just came up in my feed. Why don't we look at it? Wild, because it's wild. What do I see for wild? USDT. Again, KuCoin, you can get on MEXC. Kind of similar thing, right? We had this big stop loss hunt, right? Trying to look, see if it's almost like a double bottom there. I see it. We have this right here, and then we have this right here. So it's like this is an area of significance for sure. Something to keep an eye on, right? So this is wild, pretty wild, right? Break above the 200 on the 15-minute, have a golden cross. Let's look at the daily. Daily has a golden cross. And we have the flag. You can see it, right? We have a flag here. Kind of dilapidated. But the flag would be playing out to $1, almost $1.50, right? So $1.47 for wild right there. That's pretty wild. Let's look at another one. Another that just came in. Heart USDT. Let's get a Heart USDT. I'm bringing you coins that are just coming across my desk, folks. So this is, I mean, I pay money for this, so you might as well subscribe to the channel, because you're getting basically free Discord information that I pay money for. So Heart USDT. Look at that beautiful cup and handle, right? Flag broke out. Target for the flag would be taking out these previous highs, right? What we talk about on this channel, we sell people's stop losses. People who are shorting, they have their stop losses up here. And isn't that convenient, right? Right at the target of our flag. So that's Heart USDT. I'm going to do a couple more, right? Couple more. If you have anything in the chat, please post it in the chat. I want you guys to like help contribute to the show here. It's a beautiful show. So doing a couple more here, and then we're gonna get to cooking our chili burgers. Myria, I don't know. Let's look at it. Maria. Look at that, huh? Look at that. Something to look at. Myria. Almost like a flag. Let's zoom in. Folks, eventually, once you start looking at this stuff, you just see it without even having to use your Fibonacci. But that looks like a 786. I might be wrong, but let's pull it and let's see. Ooh, 886. Yep, exactly what I just talked about. So getting a bounce off the 886, right? And if we see this daily crack above that 200, we get a golden cross. It's game time, baby, right? Where would the target be? The original flag, right? Let's outline it so you guys can see it. See the flag, right? Let's just do this. Pull it to the high. Target for Maria would be 0.006 cents, right? And that would be from its current point, that would be 135% gain. Stop loss below these two lows, right? So you're risking 44% to make 135%, right? Almost a 1 to, that's a 1 to 3 right there. Yeah. So that's what we look for, right? All right, I'm going to do one more. I'm getting hungry, folks. Right? Let's see. Chirplay, CHRP, CHRP. Chirplay. I don't know how to pronounce it, but look at that beautiful flag, right? Got above 200. Got the golden cross. Beautiful flag playing out here. Pull from that low to this high. Target for Chirplay would be 2.5 cents, right? And from where it's at currently, that would be 120% gain. Stop loss below the 200, right? And that is, that's another. Let me get that to. That's almost a 1 to 3 right there. Let's bring that to 4. See, that'd be right at the 200. So you might want to go a little bit deeper. So it's a little bit more, but that's a 1 to 3 right there. Once again, folks, we've outlined 1 to 3s all day on this channel. This is how we win, right? Because it doesn't matter. We're going to take a few losses when these big winners play out, because they do. We go over it all the time, more often than not. They pay you, right? And it doesn't matter if you lost in the past, because it's going to make up for all those losses if you do this correctly, right? It's difficult, right? It's hard to understand at first how to get to the level of, oh, yeah, I know that I'm going to take a few losses here. It's okay. I'm just going to, when I get that win, it's going to make up for all of them. And not get pissed off and not get frustrated, right? This is the most difficult part of trading, is understanding yourself. Because once you understand yourself, the game changes big time. So if you have any questions, right, hope you liked and subscribed the video today. I'm coming at you every single day in the crypto markets, right? Money Mike, he's out on the road. He's working today, so he'll probably join us tomorrow or the day after, either way. But he's got his he's been on the road. I'm sure he just wants to go and chill. I totally understand that. But we're going to get you the information. We're going to keep showing up every single day. I'm committed. All right. This is my financial journey. This is documentation of it. That's why I'm doing it. Right. And if it really helps you, well, God bless you. Right. I hope I helped somebody here today. And I hope you tune into the next one, because they're going to just keep going. And you're going to be able to learn everything that I'm learning as I'm doing it. And if you have any questions or anything like that, I'm open to show you everything I'm doing. Showing my settings, showing my indicators, showing my models, everything for free, right? People charge you money for this. I'm giving you for free. So I hope you enjoy the stream, guys, right? It's another one in the books, right? make sure we watch. So it's coming up to the end of the month, right? So we can either see consolidation or we can pump back up to near the high, right? But we don't want to see that open get taken out. So watching that on our charts um, very closely. So and every day we're gonna talk about it, and you guys will be see the first signs of the bear market on this channel because we see the technical indicators. We don't go off the news, so we will see the first signs. And you guys watching the channel that liked and subscribed, you will be the first to know when it's time to bail or say jump out of the plane and pull the parachute. All right, guys. Another good one, right? I'm gonna go get some dinner. I'm hungry. Hope you learned something today. Love all you guys. God bless you, right? And I hope you learned something, right? And if you have any questions, post them in the comments. We're gonna be back tomorrow. Make sure you like and subscribe. All right, guys. I'm gonna peace out. Have a good one.